everybody, I'm Mia and today I'll be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. So I have a list of questions here in my book which I'll be answering that apply to new booktubers like myself. Question number 1. Why did you start this channel? I decided to start this channel because I wanted to feel like I could talk to people about the books that I love. And with Booktube, I feel like I can share my feelings very openly about the books that I love, the books I don't love, and it's just such a good experience, and yeah. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Well, for one, I live in New Zealand, as I've said previously. I haven't found any other booktuber on YouTube that also lives in New Zealand, so that's pretty unique. I can offer a point of view, I guess, outside of America or Australia, UK, slightly different. And if you don't know, I'll put a picture of New Zealand here somewhere. We're a little island close to Australia, sort of. Most people don't know New Zealand exists. But yeah, that's where I live, in the biggest city, Auckland, with only 1 million people. Our population is 4.5 million, very small compared to most other countries in the world. Question 3. What are you most excited for this channel? I'm just excited to, again, as I said, get to know people on Booktube, being able to share my feelings about books that I've enjoyed, and just kind of feel part of the YouTube community. Also, making videos is so much fun, so I'm excited to do more of that as I get better in Booktube, I guess. Question 4. Why do you love reading? I guess it's kind of a cliche reason that everyone kind of does, but it's to escape reality. Fantasy is what I love reading the most, and it's just a way to kind of experience things that don't happen in real life. Like with fantasy, you get vampires, you get warlocks, werewolves. That stuff, you don't see that in real life. So I feel like reading's a way to experience things that don't happen, but make life fun. And also, when I'm reading, I just feel so peaceful, feel like I can just get all that stuff that's on my mind, making me stressed, just push it away and just kind of be in my own little bubble and be reading, doing something I enjoy. So yeah. Question 5. What book or series got you into reading? There's probably a few for this one. I can't really remember. I've kind of just been reading for ages, but maybe I want to say in year 5, so I would have been 10. I liked the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, I'll put it here, and the Dork Diaries series, which I'll put here. I think I loved them because they were so casual and such a good way to get into reading as a young child. Also, everyone was reading them, it was the cool thing. With Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I thought Greg was such a hilarious character. He would always get himself into trouble, and I kind of just love reading the flow, I guess, of a diary kind of series as well, because Dork Diaries is a series as well, about a girl. I can't even remember her name, it was so long ago. Yeah, Diaries it was such a chill way to get into reading, and I was able to finish the book super quickly. Maybe within 4 days I could finish one, and that made me feel like a sense of accomplishment that I had finished a book so fast. And then, of course, getting into novels, I think that the Divergent series was possibly the first novel series I read. I saw Divergent at a bookshop, which I really wanted to read it, but my mum said I couldn't because I was 12 and it's rated 14 plus apparently. But then the next year I turned 13 and I think I bought it for myself with her and she had no objections, so I read it and I loved it. And then she actually bought me the other two off Trade Me, and so did Allegiant. which I haven't actually read Allegiant because it's dual perspective and my brain just can't handle it. It's got, well, I couldn't handle it when I was 13. See, it's got like some of Triss and some of Four, I think. But I have read the first two and I thought they were really cool, and since then I have actually read a few more dual perspective books, so I want to give the Divergent series another try. And the last series that made me love reading was the Dark Artifices series by Cassandra Clare. Ooh, these are very hard to hold up. There you go. Lady Midnight, Lord of Shadows, and Queen of Air and Darkness. I'm going to put them down now because they're really heavy. I read the Shadowhunter Chronicles in a very unconventional way. I started with Lady Midnight and read the Dark Artifices, which I know you're not really meant to, and then I read the, you can't see it because my curtain's in the way, but then I read the Mortar Instruments, and then the Infernal Devices, and then I read the Companions, Tales from Shadowhunter Academy, and Ghost to the Shadow Market, and the Bane Chronicles, which I don't have. But these ones were the ones that really got me into Cassandra's world. I got, my librarian recommended this to me, and I picked it up, and I loved it, and I was like, I have to read the rest of them. And then when I found out there was like even more series that go in the same world, I was like, I gotta read all of them. And those were kind of the books that made me start watching Booktube. I found videos on YouTube of people talking about the Shadowhunters. I'm like, I love those books. I can relate to that because none of my friends, I mean, there was one friend, but she wasn't as hardcore a fan as me. But there are people on Booktube that were super invested that I could relate to. Question 6. What questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? My favourite booktubers are Christine from Poland Banana's books, Jessie the Reader, and Emma from Emma's books. I love them just because they each have a different kind of feel to their channel and they're so unique. I love them. I would ask them why they decided to join Booktube, like what booktubers made them start Booktube, because they made me start Booktube. What booktubers made them start Booktube. And also, what is it like to meet your favourite author? On my bucket list is to meet Cassandra Clare. I really want to. I love her book so much. She is my favourite author. I want to meet her, but as I said, I live in New Zealand. Not many authors come to New Zealand. I know Emma for sure has met Cassandra Clare and Christine. I assume Jessie probably has, but I'm not sure. Question 7. What challenges do you think will be the hardest to overcome? Definitely talking to a camera like it's a person. That is hard for me. I am quite an introvert. I will try and stay out of things if I can help it. Also editing. I don't have a Mac, so I don't have iMovie, and I'm using OpenShot video editor at the moment. It's quite dodgy, but I mean it does the job okay, I think. But getting my head around editing and making a schedule of filming and uploading, that's going to be challenging for me. Question 8. When did you start reading? As I said, I think I started the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series when I was in year 5, so I would have been 9 and 10, and also the Dork Diaries. I read the Divergent series, as I said, when I was 13, and then I started the Dark Artifices when I was 14 and read the rest of them rest of the Shadowhunters when I was 14 as well. So I started when I was 9, 10-ish. Question 9. Where do you like to read? I like to read literally anywhere. I'll read on the bus, the train, in the car. I'll read. Most of the time I read before I go to sleep. I read for an hour maybe. Or I'll read on the couch. Literally anywhere. Mostly inside though. I don't really do much reading outside because like the sun reflects off the pages and it hurts my eyes. But I feel like I should be reading outside more considering we're in a lockdown and we're always stuck inside. So maybe I'll try start reading outside more to get some fresh air. Question 10. What kind of books do you like to read? As I said earlier, I love fantasy. Fantasy is my favourite. When I started reading, I loved drama and contemporary-ish, I guess. Whatever Diary of the Wimpy Kid and Dork Diaries are. I think contemporary drama-ish. I know, I love them. And then, yeah, I read Divergent, which is dystopian. That was kind of the only dystopian books which I read. I want to read more dystopian because I really like them. Thank you to each and every one of you for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!